Hi, good afternoon. Sorry I'm looking a bit scruffy today, but it's been one of those days where I got absolutely drenched going to the shops. And so when I get drenched, my hair goes all weird. It's not weird anyway, but it is weird. I just thought I've got a little gap between. The dogs have been fed. I've not been fed yet because my son isn't in at the minute, so I'm not cooking for me, then cooking for him later. I don't normally cook, but my daughter-in-law isn't here at the moment, so it's just the two of us like the old days. What am I doing? Well, I haven't been able to do much crochet because of looking after Young'un, who decides he wants to jump everywhere. When I'm not looking, here he goes again. Now he wants to come and sit on my knee. He's only happy if he's sat on my knee. It's a bit awkward. I'm trying to show you something, isn't it? Got a bit further up with it. Whoops, sorry Chi-Chi, where are you going? Oh, he's trying to strangle me. You can't wear anything nice when you've got a dog, can you? Got that bit done. And then because I don't like starting pieces, I actually started this other piece in daylight. Gigi, just sit down please. Started this other piece in daylight so I could actually, the bit I hate the most is, where's he going now? Go sit down. For some reason or other he's chasing his tail today. I don't know whether something's irritating him or what. Anyway, because I hate starting things, especially in electric light, I started the front piece. Because that's going to be the back piece when it's done. Well, what came today? I decided to try a plain coloured pair with palazzo pants. They're not very thrilling, are they? Plain grey, but I thought they'd be a useful colour because I have so many patterned tops. So I've got a plain white pair now. I mean, I've also got purple pairs, turquoise pairs, all sorts of pairs that are in, not the wide-legged ones, but the, summery. Seems we don't get much summer over here. It's the sofa that's squeaking, by the way, not me. What else came today? Oh, I bid on a job lot of beads. One lot is too small. That'll never go around my neck in a million years. So that'll be given to one of Sue's granddaughters, more fashion conscious. One wears beads, one doesn't. That was another one that was in it. It's sort of like they said it was grey, but in actual fact it looks more like a greeny grey to me. In fact, it looks very much like it would go with the trousers. You know that I'd thought were black and white when they arrived. They were more like a camouflage colour. So that's that one. And then this one, which appears to tie, I think, because it's... Stop swinging. Nobody can see if you swing. Nice long ones. I wear a lot of black, so I found quite a few black necklaces. If I wear the same outfit, I can wear it 2 or 3, 4 times. I either wear a different scarf with it. I don't mean 2, 3, 4 times on the same week. I mean, I wash it in between. But, it makes it look different, doesn't it? Like yesterday I had beads on with this, and then today I've got a scarf. Couldn't be bothered getting changed into something different because I knew I was going shopping. And it was raining so hard, the bottom of my trousers just soaked up the rain. They're still damp even now, even though I had my rain cape on, which covers me all over. But it just absolutely, the heavens opened. It was awful. It was torrential rain. But I needed to go out because I'd got no makings for, our dinners for today. I mean, I've got enough for today, tomorrow and the day after, so we're all right. Sorry about having a drink, but I was thirsty. And another one I bid on, which was separate, which I think is absolutely gorgeous, is my favourite colours of purples and aubergine colours. I think it's lovely. Wouldn't be me if I didn't have purples, would it? That was the dog being very ungraceful. She's got some kind of a cough or whatever and she starts retching. Yeah. Right, I got 2 crochet booklets. Was it this? The Simply Crochet and the Inside Crochet. The Inside Crochet was the one that came with a free hook. Don't know whether I'll be able to use it because it's quite short, you know. I like a longer shaft on mine. I'd like the hook, to be about there and then the bodywork to start. So I don't think I'll be using that. I don't even know what size it is. Just got a little love heart on it. It says Happy Days. No, not suitable for children under 3 years old. I don't know many children under 3 years old who crochet. Unless it means don't leave it around when they're around, because you know what kids are like, they do some very strange things. Anyway, this is Inside Crochet. I presume it's the latest version because I just bought it today at the supermarket. My supermarket has started to sell them, which is great because I now don't have to pay in advance, you know, for a subscription. And I can't say I can have a look at them because I can't, because they're all wrapped up in polythene, but at least I know I can get them from my local supermarket. This one is issue, oh dearie, why don't I not put my glasses on? I can't see a thing. I think it's 79. It's the Inside Crochet. I've sat here underneath these lights hoping that the lights will show onto the magazine, because if I sit in the window the light shines behind me, and I've noticed that you can't see the pages of the book, so I'm hoping. That's Purple Linda Crafts. If you live in the UK, I think, oh, maybe she posts abroad, I don't know. It's a good site to visit. She may not be the cheapest place to get things, but she does sell a tremendous amount of variety of the things that I like, which is James C. Brett. She does the cotton on, she does the marble, double knit chunky and everything like that. And the baby. Oh, talking about James C. Brett baby, that's what I'm making this with. It's Knit, baby double knit, James C. Brett. But I don't see why baby should have all the fun. It's for an adult, isn't it? Well, as usual, you know, you get all the usual stuff at the beginning, which I won't go into. You know, telling you what's on, telling you what the new books are that are around. This tickled me because there's a pseudo crochet top there, which is quite cheap. And then there's a proper crochet top there, which is priced at, ooh, is it £532? I'd love to see if I could get that on Etsy. Now that one's £32, so I probably could get that much for one on Etsy. It's just showing you what's fashionable, what's in and what's out. Not necessarily crochet, it's just fashion tips, whatever. Well, Julia said we can use her conservatory to take some photographs, so I'm looking forward to the light. Just watching with my luck, it'll hammer down with rain, and there won't be much light that day. Confessions of a Pattern Collector. I like this because most of the time I've got them. I've got that one and I've got that one on the end. It's almost like they've dived into my antiques, my vintage, you know, to borrow. So look, have a look. This one's called Beside the Seaside. Nice bright yellow shawl. I'm looking for bigger shawls though, because I've decided I'm going on the Big Beautiful and Boho, or Big Girls and Boho, whatever it is, that I need things that are a little bit bigger. So it's no good making a little shawl if it won't wrap round, is it? That one's quite nice. It's just more or less plain. US double crochet, UK double trebles, with just a little V of a lace panel in the middle. That one is a circular waistcoat, whatever you want to call it, vest. Just done in one colour as opposed to like the ones that are done in multicolours. That's a bag. I thought that was a little bag, but it's actually a little necklace Can you see it? I hope I'm not going too far forward for the lights. I have to remember to go back behind the light. That's a scarf, and I think that's a mini shawl, a scarf. And that's a very sort of tiny vesty waistcoat, which isn't always suitable for anybody who's a bit large. It's a little bit tiny. And that's just an advert for the London yarn shop, wool shop called The Loop. This is called MySpace. It's an article about the lady called Ruby and Custard, who does designs, I think, for children. I might be wrong on that. I think they're mostly just children's wear she does. And that, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe the banner is crochet. I'd love one of those at the bottom of the garden though. But the trouble is, at the bottom of my garden the sun shines the opposite way. To get the sunshine I have to be sort of, have it on an angle, which there isn't room for it. Yeah, that's a blanket and a crocheted ice cream. Lord knows why anybody would want to crochet an ice cream. And what's that? Oh, a cushion with fish on. Be nice to go in your beach house if you had one. And there we are, throws, a little baby mermaid tail. And these are what? Bags, I think. It's got the beach theme, I think, this book. And that's a very intricate pattern. I've looked at these before. They're gorgeous, but they take a lot of work. They're very sort of thick flowers. Where are you going, little? Sit still. Sit still. I think he's got an itchy bottom, actually. Sit down, darling. Good boy. Good boy. That's the back view of the shawl. It's called Here Comes the Sun. Okay, Here Comes the Sun. That's a good idea. They're sock blockers, but they're you can alter the size. That's always worried me about buying sock blockers. You know, how do you know they're your size? You know, do you buy them in sock sizes? What do you do? There's no good stretching about if it makes them too big for your feet. Yeah, that's another photograph of the sweater that's just got the little lacy V insert at the front. It's a nice basic sweater with just a little touch of glamour at the front. Oh, there's your summer striped bags. I keep saying I'm going to do a granny square bag, but never sort of got round to it. This is the Espalier shawl. It's quite open work with a fringe, quite nice. Nice for a summer shawl, isn't it, where you don't need too much warmth. That's the back view of the Paynton waistcoat, I think they call it. Yeah, they call it a waistcoat. I think US calls it a vest. It's quite nice done in a single colour for a change. You know, you see them often, don't you, a variety of colours. But it's not everyone's cup of tea, is it? It's my cup of tea, but it's not everybody else's. That's called the Greta stole, but you won't see me doing that because it's circles. The one thing I do not do is circles, because I don't join them together well. We've all got our nemesis, haven't we? And that's mine, circles. That's the fish cushion. That's called the Amelia Bolero, but as I say, it's a bit tiny for me. It's alright if they're maybe a teenager, a child, or a slim young lady. It's not big enough for me. If you hear anybody snoring, it's I think it's Sky. Oops, said her name. Oh, right, on the beach hut it was a garland. That's what it was. A garland. Now that looks rather interesting, it's next month. Jazzy colours are just... I've not made myself a granny square anything for years and years. But I'm going to. There's the beach mat. Not quite right, you would crochet a beach mat and take it with you. I'd rather use a towel. That's a bag, like a Dorothy bag we used to call it, drawstring bag. There's not much in this to actually wear, really. Now, why would you torment a child by crocheting an ice cream? Unless you were using it as a play thing in, you know, a shop or something like that. And that's inevitably a mermaid blanket. I say inevitably because everywhere I look there's mermaid blankets. That's supposed to be a friendship quilt. As you can see, it's all tiny little flowers. But they're very thick because you make the flowers over and over. Not sure how you make them, but they look wrapped rather than crocheted. And then this is the little nipper, sunsuit and hat. Little nipper, I presume, because it's got a crap on it. Oh, it's got a hat too. A hat. A hat I might have done, but not. Yeah, Mercy, it's M-E-R-S-E-A. Mercy, around there. It's a necklace. Oh, don't start. No, 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 no. Sorry about this. Hey, stop it. Get down. Gigi. No. No. He starts the others off. Just let me go and rescue him. No, Gigi, no. Sorry about this. Gigi, no. You are not supposed to go there. Oh. Luckily for me, he didn't jump, he just walked across. What are you doing, Sky? Walked off the end of the chair and nearly finished up head first in me craft backs. She's such a klutz. Right, the free gift that came with Simply Crochet was a butterfly kit, complete with magnets. You're supposed to make fringe magnets with it. Right, this one is issue, wherever we are, issue 46. That one's Simply Crochet. Inside Crochet you might have a bit more struggle getting if you're in the US, but I think you can get Simply Crochet. This one's on octopus. Again, you know me. Don't make amigurumis. Gigi, will you sit down and stop it? It's like a cat knocked in Roo tonight. I don't know what's wrong with him. Sit down, darling, sit. Down. That's an advert for a sweater. It's not in the book. That one says join our crochet along. Quite what you're crocheting, I have no idea. Maybe it's just squares. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful blanket. Maybe they give you a different square each month, I don't know. I do not know. These are just pages where they show you, you know, what's new, what's new. That one again is another advert for a sweater. Oh, here we go. The people across the road, they're moving. They're getting ready to move in. They've had workmen there all day and it's been driving their dogs mad. That's the sweater for off the front cover. Sit. I feel like Barbara Woodhouse. Sit. You don't know Barbara Woodhouse if you're in the States. She was like a female version of Cesar Romano, but way back when, probably in the 60s. And she used to go, sit, to these dogs. Due to tame anything, I tell you. That's crochet on flip-flops. Should have had a work cut out with this one. Oh dear. Mind you, I'm being too soft with him at the moment because of his leg, you know. I have to watch him like a hawk because it, you know, if you take your eye off him a second, he's like Usain Bolt. He's gone, yeah. Right, that's a mat and a bag. Gigi's not liking this because I've got my arm hooked under his neck. There's your... Yeah, well, sit down and stop messing. Sit. Oh, sit down. Right, that's the octopus, and I think they're 2 little bags. Well, the workmen across the road are smokers, so every now and again they keep bobbing out for a cigarette. It irritates the dogs no end. Gosh, there's a lot of pages for that. Oh, that's showing you what to do with the butterflies, you know, with a free gift when you make it. Oh, they got it stuck on a metal coffee tin because they've got magnets in it. Right, this one's called Cat's Journal. She's called Cat Golding. Just showing an episode out of her journal. They do these little, I usually read them later, these little articles on different people. Oh yeah, there's the big baggie. Not too sure about wide horizontal stripes. If you're a bit fluffy, if you know what I mean. Not too sure whether it's a good idea or not. Oh look, there's me, beach babe. Except my water wings, water ring, whatever it is, are underneath my swimsuit. I grow my own. Hanjan crochet. She must do blankets, I think, of some description. Just laughing at the t-shirt on the guy across the road. He's come to do the heating. And on the back of his t-shirt it says, "Turn up the heat." That's a good name for a heating. What is wrong with you, Gigi? Right, that's showing you how to jazz up your denim jacket by putting some crochet flowers on it. He's finally sat down. I'm getting no crochet done. I cannot crochet over the top of him. And that's a blanket pattern. So every time I pick up my crochet, he gets in the way. I like that one, it's called In the Pink, but the sleeves I'd have to adjust, I think, because look how narrow they are at the top. You know, if you're a bigger lady, you've got wider arms at the top, so there'll be a bit of a strangulation going on there. This is a business called Lupin and Rose. She obviously must do things with squares as well. Oops, sorry Gigi. I'm strangling the poor guy. Paris and Milan. Grocery bags, I presume. Not exactly handbags, are they? I'm sorry, Poppy, I'm trying to strangle you. Daisy chain. It's the one thing I've never done any crochet necklaces. I'm sorry, Gigi. And that's just showing you how to do gingham stitch. What else have we got? Oh, it's showing you what to do with your gingham stitch when you've done it. It's a bottle cover, a cutlery pouch and a picnic basket liner. Now these, I love ideas, yeah. This one's done with some kind of a plastic corrugated, you know, you must just do it sort of temporarily or whatever. When I get my craft room, when I get my craft room, I really would love something, you know, like these kind of designs for shelves to put all my, not to put the packets in because I keep my wool that comes in packets, I keep it in packets to keep it, you know, clean. but the oddballs I'd like to stick in with something like that. That's a little girl's dress, baby dress, lemon meringue, and it comes with buttons all down the back. Sky is now occupied my seat. Oh, paper yarns. I don't know how would do. I presume they're washable, aren't they? I don't know what you would do. I don't know if any of you have ever used a paper yarn. I've used raffia in my time, years and years ago, when we were at school. We did woven lampshades. You bought this metal lampshade frame and then you wove in and out on it. Must admit it gave us very strange light. We put it up in the lounge because my mum was like trying to encourage me with my crafting. We had to take it down. It was so dim we couldn't see what we were doing, and it looked like these like basket weaves or spiders were running around the room. So we had to take it down. That one says show as you work. Those are nice, the perfect petals that lady's done. Whoever she is. Freeform crochet, again I've never really managed that. And that one's called On a Whim. It's a cowl done in circles, squares, whatever it is. That's another reason I can't do freeform, because I can't join circles together. I'm pathetic, aren't I, really? Absolutely pathetic. But if you've got a weakness, it's no shame in admitting it. I mean, I've known people who can do absolutely wonderful, perfect crochet, and yet they can't do a granny square to save the skin. And that's another one. I can make them, but I'd have to sew them together. I cannot link them together. Pathetic, aren't I? Right, little man. What's going on in my life at the moment? Well, if you know what happened at the hospital, we're not going there. I got a hospital letter this morning and I thought, oh, fantastic, that's quick. Got me another appointment, but no, it was for a CPAP machine. The one I missed because I was next door looking after Buddy and Gigi. Even though I did tell them that I was going to be there and I gave them my mobile number. I got a naughty girl letter. You weren't in, you weren't there. We presume that you knew you were having an interview. Oh, it was a real stroppy letter. Anyway, I rang them up and I said, well, it's your fault. I said, because I rang up in the morning and I said, I'm not at home, but you can contact me on my mobile number. Waited and waited for this phone call. It never came. Never moved, never did anything. Anyway, talking about phone calls, I got a phone call off the guy who was arranging my equity release for me. And he said that he'd had word back from the surveyor that came on Monday, which is quick. Because he said normally they take about 2 weeks to come back. So he said you should be hearing very soon. So very soon, I hope means yes, you can have it. I mean, he didn't say anything, the surveyor, but I don't think that they do really, except that when he came downstairs he just started laughing because he said, I see what you mean about this, well, what I call my stash room. I see what you mean about the small bedroom. I did manage to get my feet in, he said, and I did manage to measure it, because you have to measure everything for some strange reason. But, I mean, my financial advisor is quite optimistic that it's all going to go through. But I thought it was going to be optimistic when I was looking for the bank loan, so I'm not counting any chickens until they're hatched. So in the meantime, I'm just being like a little chicken and scratching here and scratching there and scratching around, trying to get some money. But I need to unravel that brown sweater and then I can get paid for that. I know she'll pay me the minute I've done it, so there's no problem with that. And then I still haven't washed, I crocheted people keep going past, I think, I don't know. I crocheted a shawl, shoulder shawl for somebody, but it's in red heart and you know how it feels a bit stiff and that. And I was following Margaret Olander's advice, I'm going to wash it, you know, do it in fabric softener and then put it in the tumble dryer. I'm very wary about doing that. What if it fluffs up? I did ask the lady, did she want me to do it? And she said, oh yeah, you do it for me. She said she was a bit wary about doing it as well. I'm just wary in case it fluffs up and I've wrecked it all. I have to make another one. With my luck, the way things are going at the moment, that would probably happen. Yeah, Gigi's gone to sleep now on Minnie. He's had his tea and he's eventually had a wee, although it's a struggle to get him to go out in the garden at all. It looks like I'll be staying on this sofa, although when I turn this film off, the video off, I'm actually going to go and make tea. I'm making a shepherd's pie, you know what that is. It's like minced beef, an onion with carrots, and then you put a layer of mashed potato on the top. And sometimes I put grated cheese on the top as well to give it a nice brown topping. So my son said just make it and I'll just warm it in the microwave if it's gone cold when I get back. So that's what I shall do. But apart from that, the sun has actually come out now. I don't know if you can see it in the lighting in here because it's a bit dark, isn't it? But it has absolutely been torrential rain all day. All day. My son's gone out to buy some new boots because he found his boots were leaking. It's all going. His boots were wrecked and in all the rain today. I'm not surprised they got wrecked. He's had them a while though, to be honest, to be fair. He's had them a while. And this little man's gone to sleep. Yeah, I decided to put one of my lovely bold scarves on today. Because I've got a V-neck on and I don't know why I was so cold. I was so cold last night that I had to put the heating on for an hour. And my son came downstairs and goes, "Whew, it's warm in here." And I said, "I'm just absolutely frozen. I can't explain why I was so cold." I even had, like a heat pad, those ones you put in the microwave. I think they're full of beans or whatever. I had to warm that and I had it at my back because my back and my hips were hurting so much. Cold weather doesn't do me any favours at all. I don't know what you ladies are, because I know a lot of you suffer in the same way I do with arthritis and everything else known to man. How do you fare? I mean, those of you who live in hot weather countries, not countries, states I should say. I mean, do you feel better when it's warm or whatever? I must admit, when I've not been abroad very often in the last 15 years or more, probably 20 years. I went to Greece, if you remember, the Greek islands 4 years back. And I felt so wonderful when I was over there. I mean, my back still hurt when I was walking, but my arms, my hands, my shoulders, everything were fantastic. No pain anywhere. But, I can't walk around with a duvet on all the time, can I? I must admit, I sort of wear inappropriate clothes sometimes because I've got thick woolies on and shawls on, which, I know. I've got loads of shawls, as you know. When everybody else is walking around in shorts and a vest, and I'm there with a shawl on. My excuse is to say, well, when I'm going along on my scooter, the wind hits me and I get cold. Doesn't really. That's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. Today I was zipping up underneath my canopy. I've got like a thing you put over your head that goes over the scooter and over everywhere. And it does keep you dry-ish. But my trouser legs always get soaking wet because it doesn't go that far down. I've got like a thing you put your feet in that's fur that you zip up. But I only really use that when it's absolutely snowing and freezing cold because that keeps my legs warm when I'm on my scooter. But the only problem with that is it fills the space up under the scooter, so I can't get the bags of shopping underneath because I put them underneath my legs in like the footwell bit of the scooter. I can get a week's shopping, on my scooter. I've got a little basket at the front and I've got like a rucksack thing on the back of the seat, so I get quite a lot of stuff on there. It's amazing. When I used to have plastic bags as well, I used to look like a galleon in full sail, swooping down the street. Yes. Anyway, I hate to disappoint Gigi or disrupt him, I should say, because he's going to go squeaky squeaky when I take him off my knee. But I need to go and cook some mincemeat. It's what time? 20 to 7, so yeah, I think it's time I made something for tea. Yes. I upset everybody in the supermarket. I thought I'd zipped my purse up and I hadn't. So when I tipped it up to put it in my pocket, it went rolling away. I had a very nice cashier lady who she came and helped me and pick it all up. But now I need to sort my purse out because I like to keep my pound coins in one place and the change in another. At the moment they're all jumbled up together. So I need to sort that out. Yes. Right, as I said before, hopefully I'm going to be able to do some crochet tonight when Gigi goes home. I hope, because I'm trying to crochet quickly but it's just not working. Normally I get, 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon to crochet, but it's not working at the moment with Mr. Sore Leg here. He is healing nicely though, but I have to stop him from running around or jumping up any steps, as I don't want a repeat of what happened last time when his knee came back out of socket again. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, and I think this one will get edited. Yes, it will, I think. I think Zoe's still around today to edit for me. If she's not, you'll just have to put up with me leaning forward and leaning back like I normally did before Zoe edited for me. You get some lovely weird views of me, don't you? Going, What I love is, they do these, I know you can change them, but I've never worked out how you do it, these thumbnails, and they always put a thumbnail of me either going, oh. Apparently there was one time where I had one finger up. It looked like I was giving everybody the bird. But what I was actually doing was going 1, 2, 3, yeah. But I was putting my fingers down. Instead of leaving them up, I was going 1, 2, 3. And one of my stills was me going like that, which looked very charming. So I can assure you, if you noticed, I wasn't giving anybody the bird. I'm not like that at all. Well, I felt like that the other week when I was holding two crochet hooks up. I thought, oh, this doesn't look good. So I was very quick, good when Sue handed me the third hook and I could hold 3 instead of that. I don't know whether you can see my little boy before I switch off. Oh, oh, oh. I don't know whether you can see his little leg. His poorly little leggy. Yeah. He's snoring at the moment. And the other 2, if you can see them. Ooh. One's on the chair. Where's she gone? One's asleep on the chair, you can see her. And the other one's asleep on the floor. Yep, there she is, hanging over the end. So there you are, all 3. Say hello, Gigi. Say hello to your fans. Say hello. No, he's not. He said, go away. Bye, everybody.